Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob from the town. So today we're going to be checking out Daylyt, Dear Father. On the King Los reaction I did, forgot about M, but it's actually forgot about Los. I had somebody. So in the King Los, forgot about M freestyle that he did. I want to say it's a freestyle. I had a homeboy. He wanted me to do. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob from the town. So today we're going to be reacting to Daylyt, Dear Father. I did a King Los reaction to Forgot About M. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check that out. And on there, I was, on that reaction. So initially, I thought that was a diss, or not even really a diss, just, competition where Los was going at Sue Surf and he was going at Rock or Tay Rock. And he kind of cleared that up for me that he wasn't dissing Tay Rock, which kind of lets me believe maybe he was dissing Surf. And I could see that because he was kind of going at him on that Lemon Pepper freestyle. But just in the name or the category of battle rappers, even though I don't even like saying that, because Surf can really rap his ass off on a track. So I think that whole thing is kind of played out, that battle rappers can't make music. I don't think that's necessarily so. You're gonna have people who battle rap who can't make music, and you're gonna have people who battle rap who can make music. So I don't think that's necessarily the case anymore, where all battle rappers just can't make music. Because you have Surf, Lux, Calico, you have a plethora of battle rappers who can really rap. The other way around, I'm not so sure. We saw what Budden did. Even though Budden came with, some bars, his performance fell hella short. But anyways, I'm just kind of getting off on a tangent. I had a homeboy on that video. He wanted me to do this Daylyt, Dear Father. I'm gonna shout him out. Black God, Ego Perspective. So he wanted me to check this out. So that's what this is. Shout out to him for showing some love. So we're just gonna get straight into it. It's that Dear Mama. Yeah. Dear Father, Dear Mama. Dear Mama, my pop.
Dear Father, I come to you today to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in the position that I'm in. Blessing me with things such as life, my career, my son, my wife. Everybody in my situation has put me in the situation that I'm in now. Sometimes I question, without you, where would my life be? Until I realized I started living my life without you.
Damn, okay, I see what he's doing. He said he was, thinking, I'm assuming I don't know if he's talking about his actual father. I think he's talking about God. He's talking about his blessings, everything that he's thankful for. And then he said, sometimes I question without you, where would my life be, until I realized I started living my life without you, and this is what I became. Damn, so I'll probably figure out later, but I think he might be, I don't know. He could be talking about God, he can be talking about his actual father. But yeah, all right, let's see.
And this why I became, now I'm loyal to my president. Man, it's evident. Oh, they set the fence at the border, but that's the set offense of officers who offer an offset to the Migos. They say the brown lazy. Well, it's time to free those.
So now I'm loyal to my president. Man, it's evident. They set the fence at the border, but that's the set offense. So they set the fence. How Trump was supposed to build the wall, but the fence has already been there for a while. So they set the fence at the border, but that's the set offense, or that's the set offense. So I'm not sure if he meant like that's just there to kind of give the idea that, okay, we're ready. This is our defense, but this is also our offense. Like, we got something ready for you, but also that's just to set offense, like maybe to offend. Yeah, I can see that as well. Yeah, set the fence at the border, but that's the set offense. Okay. He said, of officers who are offering offset to the Migos. So it's like the elected officials they're offering offset to the Migos, so they're offering like a counter to, you know, the people on that side. Not, and when I say people, I obviously don't mean people. I mean, you know, people in certain positions, without saying too much. I live very close to the border, so without saying too much, I think we understand what he's saying with Migos. They say the brown lazy. Well, it's time to free those. So just the Fritos, you know, the Fritos are brown, saying the brown people, the brown are lazy. Well, it's time to free those, the brown people, the Mexicans, you know. So this is dope so far. Not even, but like 5 bars into his actual verse, and I'm already positive it's like, Daylyt is just, all right, let's get into it.
This will offer an offset to the Migos. They say the brown lazy. Well, it's time to free those. How could you build a wall for the immigrants? Now to think about it, y'all the immigrants. I ain't forgotten your right plan. Apply the hand for the natives. Spray them. What's the difference from Indians and the Mexicans, Aztecs and the Cherokees? What they got in common is both of them you buried deep. How can they be Indians when Indians by Asia? And Indian, they still got pigment. And still y'all killed them. This was your plan from the jump before the slave trade. Chronic disorder for all way before Dre Day.
Ooh. Dang, I'm not trying to pause it, but he was speaking some real shit about the brown people, the Mexicans. He said, what's the difference between Indians and Mexicans, Aztecs, and the Cherokees? Cherokees kind of fall inside the I guess it's a derogatory term of Indian, and those fall inside the classic view of Native American. And then the Aztecs and the Mayans and the Incans, you know, those were, you know, they were right across the border that wasn't there, the border that wasn't the border. So what's the difference between, you know, Mexicans being illegals or immigrants when these people were back and forth? And he said, y'all are the real immigrants, which is, I mean, the world is for everybody, but if you want to look at it that standpoint, if you want to call people immigrants and you're of European descent, you kind of have your own foot in your mouth. Like, it's ridiculous. He said, this was your plan from the jump before the slave trade, chronic disorder way before Dre Day. So, you know, Dre had the chronic, and he's saying it's a chronic disorder. It's way before Dre Day.
Trade, chronic disorder for all way before Dre Day. Niggas with an attitude, lying about the map, the longitude and the latitude wrong. The earth used to be round, now that I'm grown, all I see is flat surfaces. I don't never see blacks surfing waves, but I see blacks waves surfing the net for their history, but we lost.
He said the earth used to be round, now that I'm grown, all I see is flat surfaces. I'll never see blacks surfing waves, but I see blacks wave surfing the net for their history. So I don't ever see, you know, black people surfing waves. So people of African descent, you know, surfing, you know, the internet for their own history. Because America is not going to teach you your own history. America's going to teach you their history. And if you aren't, actually, I don't even think there's necessarily American history. It would be Native history. So I don't know. But yeah, this is dope so far. It has a lot of truth in it.
Never see blacks surfing waves, but I see blacks waves surfing the net for their history, but we lost. Only thing we can learn is in English. The language is the first weapon that cleaned us. Now we can't even study unless it's something they give us, like Thanksgiving is cool, like giving niggas some food on a day that they slaughtered millions.
Man, I don't want to keep pausing it, but because this is going to be a long video. With Daylyt, it's just, it can't be a short video, or else I just would be missing a whole bunch of things to react to. I said, now we can't even study unless it's something they give us, like Thanksgiving is cool when they murdered millions. For me, that just don't make it like sense. Like they teach you the opposite of what really happened when you were a young child. They teach you that it was a bunch of giving, that the pilgrims gave to the Native Americans, they gave them food, but they don't tell you about, you know, all the diseases they brought, that they actually murdered them, they raped and pillaged. Like, it's just so strange that they teach you this as a child, and then in that same school system, as you get older, they actually tell you a little bit more about what happened. But yeah, it's just so strange. They said we go celebrate the murderers.
Cool, like giving niggas some food on a day that they slaughtered millions. Adults, a lot of children, they killed them. Give praise to Columbus, the shit the dumbest. We go celebrate the murderers. Proud to be American, then you proud to be a burglar. Remember this shit stolen, I'm holding on to the past. Past stories, the charted alter past stories with ultimatums like pray to Jesus. But if they gon' let us pray, then tell us back then it wasn't no letter J. Cold game, this whole time we been praying to the wrong name. Caesar, boys, G-I-C-A. We say amen, but don't know I'm raw. These kind of flaws and got us fucked. Now I'm feeling like Dawes M. Yo, God, could you help with this fire we sitting in?
Okay. So yeah, that what he say? He said we say amen, but don't know Amen Ra. And I probably sound super ignorant, but what is that, like an Egyptian god? Anyways, battle rappers need to stop with these dull sim lines. Like, you can use Vega, you can use, maybe not Ryu or Cam, but you can use Guile, not Blanca, but just like, it's so overdone. And I get this was 2017, but even before then, it was like a million dollar sim lines that have been flipped a million different ways. After the 10th time, it's like, bruh, we get it. It's like Sir Rock, like, bruh, we get it. But overall, it's dope. I'm just being critical.
As fuck. Now I'm feeling like Dawes M. Yo, God, could you help with this fire we sitting in? Come to think about it, maybe not. The Bible say fear slave masters in the same way you fear God. According to the book, God okay with this type of treatment. Who the fuck is King James? God ain't never write this treatment.
The Bible say fear slave masters in the same way you fear God. According to the book, God okay with this type of treatment. So when slavery, for the 400 years that slavery was happening, that's what the quote unquote masters would tell their slaves, like, you're supposed to fear your slave master. It's in the Bible. You're supposed to, serve me just as you serve God. And he said, who the fuck is King James? God didn't never write this treatment. If you look at most Bibles, if you go pick up one right now, it's probably gonna say King James Bible. Like, it was written by King James. So he said, who the fuck is King James? I don't know him. God didn't write this. This is dope. And like, I've heard all these angles and these points, but the way he's putting them is kind of different, and the way he can connect it and still make some crazy bars is hard too. Not only is it hard, but it's actually hard to do. So this is big kudos to Daylyt for this.
But God okay with this type of treatment. Who the fuck is King James? God ain't never write this treatment. That's why I ain't go to church. I ain't never liked the deacons for leeching on preachers' nuts, and the preacher ain't preaching much. Praise worship 2 hours straight. It got the people stuck in the trance, and the sheep got realer. Jesus was skin of bronze, and that explains why they beat that nigga. That was the first time a cop beat a nigga ass, and he got hung from the same cross the Klan burned. Have you ever wondered why the Klan burned the damn cross? These the Roman Catholics in disguise for the handoff to cover up who Horus is. Shorus is the plot, so we don't know who we are. We are creators of all. Before it was light, it was complete darkness in his department, but yet the starship arrived. Anunnaki surprised, kill Illuminati, but why kill the enlightened ones when those are the ones who fighting for?
Hey, I just can't skip it. He says, that's why I go to, and I'm just reciting his lyrics pretty much because it's just all hard. He said, that's why I go to church. I ain't never like the deacons for leeching on preachers' nuts, and the preacher ain't preaching much. Praise and worship for 2 hours and got the people stuck. Damn. He said, if Jesus was skin of bronze, that explains why they beat him. That was the first time a cop beat a person's ass, and he got hung from the same cross. Just damn. And he touched on what he said. He said, Illuminati, but why kill enlightened ones? So I think the Illuminati was supposed to. It was first started off as the enlightened ones, the illuminated ones, and the original Illuminati. So it's told is people who were wanting to bring light to the dark. He said that right here. Before it was light, there was complete darkness. So he said Illuminati, but why kill the enlightened ones? And then Pac had, Pac had Illuminati, which is also his beat. So dope. Daylyt is just too hard. Pause.
Illuminati, but why killer enlightened ones? When those are ones who fighting for us, fighting forces we don't understand. All Assyrian Darwin theory a lie. From apes we evolved to man. Did God create all men equal? Shit is nuts, they avatar in the planet heart. The mineral took minerals, now the planet scarred.
He said the men in rule took minerals, now the planet scarred.
The mineral took minerals, now the planet scarred. Nibiru in orbit, true orbit gum like it's healthy, but swallowing gum is dangerous. God creating Satan, I wish he would've stayed angelus, cause there would be no evil. We know in the earth's surface would be perfect. Yo, God making Lucifer, was it worth it? That was your mistake, now you should fix it. How can you let Lucifer live and put your own son through crucifixion? Wait, you a cold father? I seen the baby pictures of Jesus, that's the wrong Tyler. Kid look too bright to me. I come to enlighten my peeps about these stories. Glorious times we rise, gory or not, we standing until we die. Hoping that we can stand up for the motherland. Hands up, ain't a brother plan, I hope you understand.
He said, hands up, ain't a brother plan, I hope you understand. That's a nice little double right there. You know, because you put, so, you know, Black Power and the Panthers, but you also have, you know, you put your hands up. That ain't in a brother's plans. Dang. Man, that did not feel like 4 minutes. Obviously, y'all, it's going to be a little bit longer, but man, that shit felt like a breeze. Like, he was just straight talking the whole time. Dang. If you like the reaction, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification down below. Anytime I post something, y'all can get alerted. Again, that's only if you hit that notification bell. Go ahead and put something down in the comment box below if I missed anything, if I missed any bars. I know y'all gotta let me know, so I don't even really have to ask. Just go ahead and put something down in the comment box below. Something you want me to check out, either on my own or something you want me to react to. I'm Rob from the town. We out.